So do you also want to automatically capture the leads from WhatsApp chatbot into Google Sheets? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly, and in this video we are going to understand how to automatically capture leads from WhatsApp chatbot into Google Sheets. So over here I'm running a digital marketing agency and we regularly receive user queries on WhatsApp. But this is such a time consuming and a tedious task to reply to those same WhatsApp messages over and over again. So to solve this problem, first I've created a Pabbly Chatflow WhatsApp chatbot, and now whenever my user is going to send me a message, an automatic reply will be sent towards my user. Not only this, whenever my user is going to share their information, automatically their information is going to be added into my Google Sheets. And to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Pabbly Chatflow and Google Sheets. We are going to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language using an amazing automation software, which is Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to create this amazing WhatsApp chatbot and this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen everyone. In this video I'll show you how to automatically capture leads from WhatsApp chatbot into Google Sheets. So whether you're running a business, taking inquiries or collecting registrations through WhatsApp, this setup is perfect and will help you to add your lead details into your Google Sheets instantly without any manual copy pasting. It's the easiest way to organize the conversations, track follow-ups and build your leads database in real time. So let's set this up step by step. So as you can see that first I have already created this amazing automation and this WhatsApp chatbot. And first I'm just going to show you the proper working of this. Let's say I'm just going to open my WhatsApp and let's say my lead is going to message me, hey, right over here. And once my lead is going to message me anything, this WhatsApp chatbot will get triggered and it is saying hello and welcome to Pixel Reach Digital. We help businesses grow with performance-driven digital strategies. How can we help you today? So if I want to learn about their services, I can go to this our services right over here and it is going to show me their services details. If I want to request a quote, I can go to this request quote right over here. And once I go to this request quote, it is saying great, now share me your full name. All right, so let's say I'm just going to share my full name right over here, which is Smart. So I'm just going to enter Smart lead right over here and I'm just going to share my full name. And now after sharing my full name, it is going to ask me to share the email address. So let's say I'm just going to share the email address too, which is smart@pabblytudes.com. And after sharing this, it is asking me for the company name. Let's say I'm just going to share the company name as Pabbly Tudes right over here. So I'm just going to enter the company name, which is Pabbly Tudes. And then I'm just going to enter the industry too, which is IT. And I'm just going to send it right over here. And once I'm just going to send it, it is saying which services are you interested in. Let's say I'm interested in SEO and content. So I'm just going to enter SEO and content and I'm just going to send them this. And once I'm just going to send them this, it is saying what is your main goal. So I want to launch a new product. So I'm just going to enter launch my new product right over here and I'm just going to send them this launch new product. And once I'm just going to send them this, it is saying thanks for sharing a lot of details. If you need more details, you can go towards this URL or I can also contact the team by simply clicking on this contact team and it is sharing me the contact details. So as you can see that I've shared few details like the name, email, company name, interested in and the main goal. So let's open my Google Sheets and as you can see these details have been added right over here automatically without any manual efforts. So yes, this is no magic. This is the power of automation which we are going to create in today's video, that whenever my lead share all of these details on WhatsApp, automatically these details will be added right over here in my Google Sheets. Alright, so to do this, I'm just going to open a new tab and I'm just going to look for the landing page of Pabbly Connect simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. And now it is opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect and this is the amazing automation software using which we're going to create a connection between WhatsApp and Google Sheets. Alright, but before creating this amazing connection, I'll just show you something really helpful. This right over here is Pabbly Community, where automation users, business owners and marketers connect. You can ask questions, share your workflows, get instant replies and helpful feedback from others who have faced these similar challenges. It's an active and supportive space to learn and grow together. The link to join this is in the description box below. Make sure to check it out. All right, now I'm just going to move on forward in creating the automation. So for that, I'm just going to open the landing page of Pabbly Connect right over here. And now it is giving me two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of hours free every month to explore the application. But over here, I'm an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over here you're going to see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And now it is opening the dashboard of my Pabbly Connects account. And to get started, I'm simply going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here on my dashboard, you can see multiple folders which I've already created in which I save my workflows. So if you also want to create a new folder, you can go towards this create new folder button and create your own. I've already created mine, so I'm just going to save my workflow in one of these only, which is automations. And now I'm just going to name my workflow as this: how to automatically capture leads from WhatsApp chatbot into Google Sheets. And then I'm just going to simply click on this button which says create. And once I'm just going to click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this, you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger, and that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of a trigger in a particular workflow. And to get started, I'm simply going to select my trigger application, which is Pabbly Chatflow. Because using Pabbly Chatflow only, we're going to create a WhatsApp chatbot and we're just going to capture the lead details. So I'm just going to search for Pabbly Chatflow and select it. And now for the trigger event, I'm just going to simply select it as new message received. And now it is giving me a webhook URL using which we are going to create a connection between our WhatsApp chatbot and Pabbly Connect. But in order to create a connection, we first have to build a WhatsApp chatbot, right? And to build the WhatsApp chatbot, I'm simply going to open the dashboard of my Pabbly Chatflow account. And over here, you're going to see that this is the dashboard of my Pabbly Chatflow account. So what you can do is you can simply open the dashboard of your Pabbly Chatflow account. And you first have to add a WhatsApp number inside your Pabbly Chatflow account in order to create a WhatsApp chatbot. You can simply go towards this add WhatsApp number. You're going to get two methods right over here. So no need to worry, a video tutorial dedicated to both of these methods have been attached in the description box below. You can check it out and add your WhatsApp number. As you can see that I have already added my WhatsApp number, so I'm just going to move on further and I'm just going to create a WhatsApp chatbot. For that, I'm just going to go towards this left side of the bar. And over here on the left side of the bar, you can see all the features offered by Pabbly Chatflow. All right. So in order to create a WhatsApp chatbot, we're going to use this flow section of Pabbly Chatflow. And if you want to learn about any of the another feature in detail, you can check out the description box below. We have attached a video tutorial dedicated towards each of this feature in the description. So I'm just going to go towards this flow builder right from here in order to create a chatbot. I'm just going to click on this button which says add flow. And once I'm just going to click on this add flow, it is going to open a window something like this in front of us. And first, I'm just going to name my flow as WhatsApp chatbot for digital marketing agency. So I'm just going to take the example of digital marketing agency. You can create this amazing WhatsApp chatbot for any another business of your own, and you can also connect it with your Google Sheets. So as you can see, I've successfully named my chatbot, and now I can move on further. Now to start this flow, I have three options. Either I can use keywords, regex, or choose template. So if you want to start this flow with the help of a template, you can first create a template and then go towards this choose template. Once Meta approves your template, you're going to get the option to choose the template right over here. And once you choose the template, whenever your user is going to reply to that template, automatically the flow is going to get triggered. All right. So the next option which we have is regex right over here. So regex means regular expressions which help your WhatsApp chatbot understand what a user is trying to say by matching the specific keywords in their message. And the third one which we have is keywords right over here. So let's say I'm just going to type a keyword right over here. I'm just going to type it and then press enter. Then the keyword will be added. And now whenever my user is going to send me this keyword, my flow is going to get triggered or my WhatsApp chatbot will get started. But today I'm just going to use regex in order to start this flow. So I'm simply going to enter my regex pattern right over here. And as you can see that this is the regex pattern which I'm just going to use in today's video. Because what is going to happen is that when I add this regex pattern, now whenever my user is going to message me anything, be it a long paragraph, be it a short paragraph, be it a single word or a single line, whenever my user is going to message me anything, automatically this WhatsApp chatbot is going to get triggered. You can also use the same regex. You can simply type this regex pattern right over here. And now I'm just going to move on further. What I want is that whenever my user messages me anything, I first want to send them a message something like this, which have 3 buttons. Alright, so what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to simply drag and drop the connection and select the content type as text plus button. And now I'm just going to enter the message which I want to send them. So as you can see that this is the message which I want to send them. So I've simply entered this message. And in this message, you can see that I have bold some text. Alright, so I'm just going to open my WhatsApp right from here. And as you can see that in this message, I have bold some text, which is this first line and the last line. So how are we going to bold this text? For that, you simply have to add stars in the starting of the line and in the end of the line which you want to bold. So yes, I'm just going to simply bold it right from here, the starting of the line and the end of the line. So yes, you can see that we have successfully bolded this text. And now I'm just going to move on further. I'm just going to add buttons in this text. So yes, you're going to see that I'm just going to add 3 buttons, which is our services, request a quote and contact team. So one by one, I'm just going to add 3 buttons. For that, I'm just going to click on this add button right over here and I'm just going to add the button. First will be our services. The next one is request a quote right over here. And the third one is contact team. So one by one, I'm just going to add all of these 3 buttons. And as you can see that I've successfully added these 3 buttons. And now one by one, I'm just going to set up the message for all of these 3. First, we're just going to start with our services. So I'm simply going to drag and drop the connection and select the content type as text plus button. Now what I want is that whenever my user selects our services, I want to send them a message something like this. So I'm simply going to send them a message like this by simply copy and pasting this message right over here. So I'm simply going to enter this message and now I'm just going to add 2 buttons in this message too. One will be for request quote and the another one is for contact team. So one by one, I'm just going to add both of this button text right over here and move on further. Now I'm just going to set up the message for this request quote, and to set up the message for request quote, I'm just going to ask the questions from my user. Whenever they select request quote, I first want to ask them for their full name. Alright, so to ask them for their full name, I'm just going to set up the question message. I'm just going to go towards this actions right from here, and as you can see this ask question, so I'm simply going to drag and drop this ask question and I'm just going to connect it with this request quote right over here. And now I'm just going to enter the message to ask the question right over here. And in this message over here, it is asking me to select the contact custom field. Alright, so you must be wondering what is this contact custom field. So if you want to learn about this contact custom field in detail, you first have to check out the description box below. We have a dedicated video towards it. So in simple language, you have to understand that we have to select a contact custom field right over here, using which only we can ask the questions to the users. So if you want to create a new contact custom field, you can go towards the settings and then contact custom fields and you can create your own. I've already created many, so I'm just going to select one from this only, which is full name right over here. And now it is asking me to select the format of the reply. So the full name is always in text format, so I'm just going to select text right over here. And now it is asking me for the number of attempts. So over here you can give the number of attempts to a user in which number of attempts they're going to reply. Like let's say you selected the format of the reply as text, but your user is replying in some another format like number, date or something else. Then what is going to happen is that this flow is not going to move on further and this chatbot will stop right over here. So you can first enter a validation message right over here that please reply in text format only, or this is an error. All right, and you can give the number of attempts as 2 that your user can try again to run this flow further. All right, I'm just going to keep the number of attempt as 1 only. If you wish, you can definitely add the number of attempts as multiple, and also you can enter the validation message. Now after asking them for their full name, I want to ask them for their email address, and for that I'm just going to send them a message something like this. All right, so I'm simply going to ask the question for this email address. I'm simply going to drag and drop this ask question, connect it. Once again, I'm just going to select the message right over here. I'm just going to enter the message to ask them for the email address. I'm just going to select the contact custom field as email. For the format also, I'm just going to select it as email and move on further. Now I'm just going to ask them another question, which is for their company name. All right, so I'm simply going to drag and drop this ask question, connect it, enter the message, and then I'm just going to select the contact custom field as company name. For the format, I'm just going to keep it as text only. Now I'm just going to move on forward. Now what I want to ask them, I want to ask them for the service they are interested in. All right, so to ask them for the service they're interested in, once again I'm just going to drag and drop this ask question, connect it it with this last question, which was the company name. Enter the message right over here to ask them for the service. Select the contact custom field as service interested in, and now I'm just going to select the format. And same we're going to do with the next also, which is the main goal of their business. All right, so what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to simply enter this message right over here. So I'm just going to follow this same ask question, drag and drop. I'm just going to connect it, enter the message right over here, select the contact custom field as main goal, and select the format as text. And now we have asked them multiple questions right over here. So I've asked them 5 questions. If you wish, you can definitely ask more than 5 too. And now what I want is I want to add the details of all of these answers right over here in my spreadsheet. All right, so we're just going to create this connection right now. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to open my chatbot. Now I'm just going to drag and drop this API request, and I'm just going to connect it with the last question. And now I'm just going to go towards this webhook URL. See, yes, this is what we are going to paste the webhook URL which we received from my workflow. So first I'm just going to copy this webhook URL, open my chatbot, and now I'm just going to select the request type as post right over here, and I'm just going to paste the webhook URL. And once I'm just going to paste the webhook URL, we have to enter the key and the select contact custom field. So what I'm just going to do is in my spreadsheet, you can see that these are the details which I want to add in my spreadsheet. So one by one, I'm just going to add all of these details. First, for that, I'm just going to enter the key. Let's say the first detail is full name. So I'm just going to keep the key as full name. And now for the contact custom field, I'm just going to select the same contact custom field which we selected in the flow while building the flow, while asking the questions. So it was full name. So I'm just going to select the same. Now I'm just going to move on further. I'm just going to do the same for the email address, business name, service interested in, and marketing goals. One by one, I'm just going to enter the key, and then I'm just going to select the contact custom field right over here. I'm just going to select it as email. Now I'm just going to do it for the next, which is business name. Then I'm just going to do it for the service interested in and marketing goal. All right, so I'm just going to select the contact custom field as company name right over here. Now I'm just going to do it for this service interested in. I'm just going to enter the key right over here. Then I'm just going to select the contact custom field for the same, and now I'm just going to do this for the next detail, which is marketing goal. So I'm simply going to copy and paste this marketing goal as the key right over here, and then I'm just going to select the service interested in as main goal. And once I'm just going to enter all of these details, I can simply click on this button which says test. And once I'm just going to click on this test, it is saying API request successful. So yes, with this we have successfully sent these test details towards our workflow. So I'm just going to open my workflow, and we're going to see that Pabbly has captured these details right over here. So yes, these are the test details, and we're just going to add these details only into our spreadsheet right over here. We are not going to add the real details because first we're just going to create the automation using these test details, and automatically in real time the leads information will be added right over here. All right, so first we're just going to complete our WhatsApp chatbot. For that, I'm just going to click on this save right over here, and with this we have successfully created the connection between our WhatsApp chatbot and Pabbly Connect. All right, so now I can move on further. Now after adding these details into my spreadsheet, I'm just going to first send a thank you message towards my lead, which is this. All right, so I'm just going to thank them for sharing all the details. So I'm simply going to drag and drop the connection, select the content type as text plus button, and I'm just going to thank them. And in this thank you message, I'm just going to add a button which is contact team. So I'm just going to simply add the button right over here, which is contact team. And now I'm just going to move on further and set up the message for this contact team. I'm simply going to drag and drop the connection and select the content type as text plus button, and I'm just going to connect all the buttons which set contact team with this contact team message. So I'm simply going to connect it first right over here, all the buttons which set contact team, because I'm just going to set up a one message for contact team. So I'm just going to simply connect all the buttons which set contact team, and now I'm just going to enter the message for contact team, which is something like this. So I'm simply going to enter the same message right over here in my WhatsApp chatbot, and now we have successfully completed this contact team message. And now over here you can see that we had a button of request code. So I'm simply going to connect it with the first message of this request code, and with this we have successfully completed our WhatsApp chatbot. So I'm just going to click on this button which says save, and with this it is saying flow updated successfully. So with this we have successfully created the WhatsApp chatbot. Now what I want is I want to add these lead details which we have received as the response right over here into my spreadsheet. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to select my action application as Google Sheets. So I'm just going to search for Google Sheets and select it, and now for the action event I'm just going to select add a new row and click on this connect. I want to connect my Google Sheets account, so I'm just going to click on this add a new connection, sign in with Google, and now Pabbly is going to ask me to select my Gmail account, with the help of which I'm just going to connect my Google Sheets. So I'm simply going to select my Gmail account right over here, and now Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So I'm simply going to click on this allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. And with this, we have successfully connected our Google Sheets with our Pabbly Connects workflow. Now I'm just going to select the spreadsheet in which I want to add the lead details, which is lead info right over here. I'm just going to select the sheet, and one by one I'm just going to add all of these test details. I'm just going to add the full name, email, and all the details, but we're not going to enter it manually or by copy pasting it, but instead I'm just going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step, where we selected Pabbly Chatflow as our trigger application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of a trigger application only. And as soon as we are just going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So one by one I'm just going to map all of these details. First I'm just going to map the full name, then I'm just going to map the email address, then I'm just going to map the business name, then I'm just going to map the service of interest right over here, and at last I'm just going to map this marketing goal. So yes, I've mapped the test details, and I'm just going to create this automation using these test details only first, and then further these details will be replaced with my real lead details when this workflow is going to run in real time. Alright, so now I'm just going to click on this save and send test request button, and now it has given me the positive response that we've successfully sent these details towards our spreadsheet. So I'm just going to open my spreadsheet, and as you can see that we have successfully added these details right over here. Alright, so now after adding these details, what we can do is we can simply delete these details right from here, because we have successfully created this connection, right? And now I'm just going to test it in real time. So for that, I'm just going to open my WhatsApp. Let's say I'm just going to clear this previous conversation, and I'm just going to start fresh and test this WhatsApp chatbot which we created right now, and this amazing automation which we created right now, which is the connection between Pabbly Chatflow and Google Sheets. So I'm just going to open my WhatsApp, and over here, let's say I'm just going to message them hey once again. So I'm just going to send them hey right over here, and once I'm just going to send them hey, yes, you can see that my chatbot responded me. So let's say directly I'm just going to move on towards this request code, and I'm just going to request the code. It is asking me for the full name, so let's say this time I'm just going to keep my full name as demo lead. So I'm just going to enter demo lead, and I'm just going to send them this, and once I'm just going to send them this, it is asking me for the email address. Let's say email address, I'm just going to keep it as lead@pabblytudes.com. So I'm just going to enter lead@pabblytudes.com, and now I'm just going to move on further. It is asking me for the company name, so it is a real estate agency, and the name is Prime Properties. So I'm just going to enter the company name, which is Prime Properties, and I'm just going to enter the industry, which is real estate right over here, and I'm just going to send them this. And once I'm just going to send them this, it is going to ask me for the service interested in. So I'm interested in email and WhatsApp automation, so I'm just going to send them email and WhatsApp automation, and I'm just going to send this. And once I'm just going to send this, it is saying what is your main goal right now. So I want to improve the ROI. All right, so I'm simply going to copy it, and I'm just going to paste it right over here, and I'm just going to send it. And once I'm just going to send it, it is saying thank you for sharing all the details. This means that these details have been added into my Google Sheets. All right, so I'm just going to open my Google Sheets, and as you can see, the details have been added. The full name, the email address, the business name, the service interested in, and the marketing goal has been added right over here in my spreadsheet. Yes, without any manual efforts, whenever my leads share the details right over here on WhatsApp, automatically these details will be added right over here in my Google Sheets. This is no magic. This is the power of automation which we created right now. Or you can see the connection which we created right now between Pabbly Chatflow and Google Sheets. So yes, now go try this amazing automation for your own business, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect and Pabbly Chatflow. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching.
So not only this, but with the help of Pabbly Chatflow, you can create multiple chatbots which are tailored to your specific business needs. So now if you have any questions, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing WhatsApp chatbot for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Chatflow.